Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back up here. Um, what should I start it with? It's too much going on. Um, I see this diagram. Just wonder how can I interpret this so much. You see it that the charts is gonna be full. This is I'm talking about. This is gonna be at 7 p.m. And as we processing there, um, find within yourself this energies that where they lead you. There's gonna be a pressures. There's gonna be a tensions. The pressure from yesterday, it's gonna come in and boils up within you. The question is how you handling the pressures and there. And without being said, first things first is the message. I want to say, guys, thank you so much for the coffee. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for watching and welcome to the new subscribers here, guys. Very much appreciate it. And hi, Twin Flame Power. Glad to see you here. And things are things, but as I see it in there, we evolved, and the moon is gonna be shifting from Aquarius to Pisces. That is it about that spirit, the power of the soul inside of you. While the moon is going to be opposing Mercury and square Mars, this is going to be a lot of pressure for it, a lot of communication situations. Pluto is opposing the Sun, and that squares Chiron. There's going to be some healing. But those healing moments is don't forget about it that the one who walks with the divine, he always reaching his destination. The divine messages they are gonna come in. They're gonna be coming from Pluto and Neptune in there. To Mercury, it is about that. We talk about this. The last year, that was the moment when Mars and Venus they were coming in together at that point too. And this is what you should be looking at in there with yourself. Those divine messages, and divine is gonna be with you. The question is are you gonna be with the divine? Which is more kind of like situations. Be mindful communications with others that are gonna be not kind of like opening, but if the divine is made in that, you need to understand there's going to be a lot of positiveness, growth, and at the same time, evolution. So, with that being said, this energies that it comes in to us in the afternoon, this is a 7 p.m. o'clock. Those energies are gonna comes in, and they are gonna be working with you, whatever area of your life is. Okay, trust it, seeing it. There's gonna be a messages for everybody to it. The only thing it is if you don't put your intuitions for that, if you have this internal wars within yourself, you're gonna be missing it. And don't go in a war with the divine. That is a very improper. As you see it, the energy is more focused with Mars and Uranus. As Mars walked into the Gemini, is about friendliness with the divine in you. All right, so with that being said, I'm going to be going an hour by hour, and I'm going to shift it back to you. But the divine is going to come in strong and strong and strong over the hours in there, and um, things is going to be coming to this boiling point with yourself. So this is what happened. It's at 7 o'clock in the morning in there. The midheaven is going to be at Taurus. The ascendant is at Leo. This is going to be talking about like changes within authority, and this is where you begin to learn the authority. Okay, if you haven't grown up, if you haven't matured, there is other authority above you. There is always other authority above you. Okay, even if you take a look at it, the way the society is built for this pyramidal structure isn't there. The authority is authority. But when you look at it and you grow yourself up, there is always other authorities in there. And that will be required to understand it. Where are you standing at? And where you need to go, where you need to be, and so on, and how to react on the based of authority within yourself in there. Okay, so here is that the ego part is going to be triggered, but at the same time, the spirituality is going to comes in and kicked in there, and it's going to be asking you, look within your soul, looking at in there within you. All right. So as the day goes, here what the focus will be. You see it, this divine energies towards Mercury. The divine is gonna come and talk to you. This is a powerful energies. We are talking about Pluto and Neptune. They're both retrograde. Divine messages are coming, so you can calm down this pressure. We're talking about that the Moon is squaring Mars and Uranus, and Mercury is squaring all this. We are talking about intuitions and communications and wars in there. When you calm down the storm from within you, you are becoming the storm. You're controlling the storm as long as you are calm down. But if you don't calm down, the situations is going to be leading you to something that you eventually is going to have to calm down. Or it's going to be a tower moment. And this is why the divine is coming in. It's like, let me save your butt if you work with me. But if you don't want to be saved, they don't believe it in the divine. If you are not this maturity, then guess what? You're going to be going down the hill. You're going to be rolling down. And guess what? When you go down to the pit, then you might realizing what it was. So this is interesting energies. They are gonna comes in. They're gonna be remind you about what is it gonna be happen at 9 o'clock. The ascendant is gonna be with Lilith towards. I'm talking about the true Lilith. She's in Virgo. Divine energies with the North Node in there, but midheaven is with Mars. That tells you, hey, you need to go ahead and control your actions. Hey, you need to be more friendly. Stop being a jackass and start being on the right person. But if the people are not okay within themselves and they acting like a jackass, guess what? You're understanding why the energy is so like this, because right now it's a lot of pressure, and people who have a lot of pressures, they may have a lot of issues, emotional, psychological, and so on and so on. And it all depends of how you talking to yourself. Where is your intuition is gonna be kicking in within these energies. If you have your intuition healed in there, instead of having confrontations with Mercury, the moon, it has sextile with Chiron, and Chiron is in trine with Mercury. Okay, and then from Mercury using the divine energies towards Neptune, and that goes to Pluto. We already saw the visions of the previous hour. The Pluto is going to give you this divine communications. Basically, wait for the message. Okay, most of the people are not going to wait for the message. You see right here, ascendant, it's a little bit below Mercury, 2 degrees difference. But over the day, that difference, that energies from Pluto is going to be coming in. And as you see it right now, the vision is going to come in. The question is are you going to be patient in there, wait for the divine? Talking about 10 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be at Virgo opposing Saturn. Midheaven is at Jupiter, at Gemini with Jupiter. That is going to be upcoming energies, seeing at what areas of concern is, you need to grow. This is going to come in for it. Is going to add some pressures as we see in it so much red. It's coming, but there's so much blue as well. Sometimes you need to work the things that they are going to be working. Sometimes you need to work the things yourself. Sometimes you really have to go ahead and do it yourself. instead of waiting on somebody to do the job for you. And this do it yourself, you might be able to do the best job you can. But even if you mess it up, you will learn what it takes. So having a duality within this 10 o'clock energies can create some pressures within you. Job maybe is not going to get done, and so on and so on. But the things will be remained, okay? Because right now the moon, it's like, hey, authority, look to the divine. There is this green line between the moon and the sun, okay? We're talking about this very interesting end of Aquarius, beginning of Leo's energies. That is a what the oppositions are working. Okay, the one begins to listen, the other begins to talk, and it's all about those communications there. All right, talking about 11 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be with basically with Lilith. That's going to be the main Lilith that is rising in the horizon in there. Midheaven, it's at Cancer. Remind you about this divine part of the family. The actions is going to be based within you, but you got to be mindful about this intensity, because this intensity is going to cloud your visions. Okay, if you focus more within the future, more what it is, more of ending stuff in there, it's good, it's great, but you have to do it properly with the proper transformations, not like going back with the and going with the horns, because going with the horns is not gonna do a lot. Yeah, you might gonna get some stuff done, but they're not gonna be properly, right? Everything asks for its own time, and you haven't learned the messages what you need to do. So understand the pressure, ask the divine for guidance, and they're gonna comes in and give you the guidance. Talking about 12 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be with the south node in there. That's going to be squaring with the family situations to it. There is some things that you can do, and there is going to be like, there is not much I can do. It's out of my hands. Yes, it's out of your hands. Because right now, the divine wants you to calm down, surrender, and be of this inner peace to listen, because this is the moment when a Pluto it's energizing with Mercury. It just basically says like, calm down. The world has an end. Your family has not gone. You are not in these positions. You are not abandoned. Okay. Look at within yourself, because the divine is always there. If you're rejecting the divine, it will say, well, the God is not there for it. So seeing it with those energies in the next hour, that is gonna be this part within yourself. Are you gonna decide to change and listen to divine intuitions, because it's gonna coming from the moon and Lilith throughout the shadow, or you're gonna be opposing Pluto? Is like, I'm not gonna change. You know, this 5-year-old madness. It's like, I cannot do this right now. No, 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 no. You know, this kind of like energies that you learn it there. You learn it at the age of 5. You know what I'm talking about. Just so you can get what you wanted to get, even though you know it's not proper. And that is a this. But if you listen, the divine intuitions is in there that it's gonna come in. Everything is gonna start slowly to work out, because there is a patterns inside of you that are not healed, and that comes in from the ascendant opposing Chiron. That it says like, hey, here's what you need to do, authority. You have not healed certain things. The sun, the midheaven, they are squaring Chiron. It is a do-it-yourself situations is in there. As Pluto and Neptune begins to increase those messages coming into you. All right, talking about 2 o'clock, the ascendant of Scorpio right now puts the divine with Mars. It's reminding him, take a look what you did with the revenge. Take a look at it when you want vengeance and so on and so on, and harming others. What happened to it? You use that authority to harm others, and guess what? Did you accomplish anything? You just pile a bunch of negative energies inside of you and negative events coming towards you. What are you going to be learning? Your intuitions. Leave it the things in the hands of divine. Divine knows what to do. Instead of you having revenge, life will. Life is the teacher. But through the life that you are living in there, the life is gonna be power up with everything that is. Because he cannot control events, he cannot control karma. Okay? Karma might be late. Let's never forget. All right. Here is the divine messages that needs to be learned. I'm talking about this wisdom of the rulers in there, and this is what it's coming towards you. Now, those divine messages that kind of comes in from the previous hour, the divine messages from the Scorpio that comes towards Jupiter. This is how you grow. You choose not to revenge. You choose not to avenge us. You choose not this negative energies in there. You choose to leave everything in the hands of divine, and divine is like good job, like, but that is it, the wisdom. But at the same time, that pressures is in there with the Mercury, Mars, and the Moon. It begins to put pressure within you. But if you leave everything in the divine, guess what? Everything's gonna go the way it's supposed to go. You're just learning how certain things, events, energies, emotions, they have to be. This is their divine job. And when a divine comes in the steps in, are you going to be walking with the divine within you? This is going to be a really kind of like a tough choices because it's going to be pushing you to say something, to do something that is really from your lower self. All right, the energy is gonna be even boiling more at 4 o'clock. There, it start piling it up. It puts pressures of the masculine. It's put pressure within the universe in there. Again, divine energies from Scorpio towards Chiron. Time to heal things. Time to get these energies proper for it. Too much going on, too much once. I don't want to change. I don't want to shift. When everything else it tells you, no, now it's the time to shift. When you don't want to shift, now it's the time to shift. This is gonna be this hard time because this is the moment you are gonna be walking with the divine energies or you don't. This is the time that you have to make a choice, your personal choice for you, and there. All right, talking about the next hour, this is going to be a midheaven at Libra, whereas the mean Lilith is the lack of balance in there. This is if you don't have the balance, guess what? You're clouding your visions. There you go. You need to have counterbalance. What is the counterbalance comes in? Counterbalance is when you put everything, all the cards on the table. You put the authority coming and work together. You put that authority working with Mars, with the warrior inside of you due to your actions. You leave this into the universe and the material world who tells you don't worry about it. It's gonna be okay. You're still going forward in life. That energy is gonna comes in and gives you the visions that you need to do of the transformations that has to be needed in order. But in order to do all this, you have to have the visions and the clarity of your intuition. You don't have that clarity of that intuition, guess what? You're going through a fight. You're going to a tough, nasty conversations. You don't want to be within all this and you want to win. And guess what? The divine says, even if you try harder, things not going to work because they're not having the blessing to be, because they are manifested from your ego. And this, what happened is, that's the moment of why the divine is existing in there, to just to help you to evolve. They want you to be happy, not this lower self energies in there. So here is, we're talking about 6 o'clock in the afternoon. The midheaven is at Libra, powerful energies with Saturn. And you see it, Saturn stays behind the background of all this. He's not that engaged. You learned what you need to learn. It's time for you for what? To perform. It's time for you to put all these things together. It's time to be friendly. It's time to listen with the divine. It's time to get to work. You can talk too much. You can do things. But can you walk and work that out? And one of the part of the workout is to live with the divine and walk with the divine. That's also a work, internal work from within itself. All right, here is that 7 o'clock energy as the ascendant. It is at Sag. Um, Midheaven, it's at Scorpio. You already have that energy, says this. Now it's the time for you to really looking at, can I take this divinely way? Yeah, I see my darkness, I see my shades, I see all this. Now it's the time to listen my intuition and stop being this destructive there. Because I see that me creating destructions to others, it doesn't do any good to me. It only harms me. It's only attracting people who are destructive to me. I have to choose these divine messages. This is the divine messages that's gonna be coming from Mars towards Scorpio. Don't forget about it. Mars is the ruler of Scorpio, but at the same time, the midheaven, that inner work, it is trining with the moon. The moon, it is under the divine from authority and Lilith. Be careful with these energies because you don't know that mean Lilith what is going to do. It can shift you if it's something. You only need like a little spark of negative energies to cross over. So you're basically gonna be at the border of walking with the divine, and it's like, you know what, screw it, it's too heavy. Well, this is how you're gonna grow when you carrying through these heavy energies in there, but within the divine. The divine is gonna tell you, let me make your road lighter. Give your worries to me. And the people who doesn't want it are gonna see that with this. All right, talking about 8 o'clock, as you see the ascendant in there at Capricorn, that is a Jupiter and Venus, talking about this power of Zeus and Athena, love that it comes in. That's what the divine is coming to give you that love. The divine shows you, hey, do it. A lot of messages gonna tell you how to do it. If you have issues, ask the divine, and they're gonna give you an answers. Okay, that energy is gonna be even continued tomorrow, but it's beginning right now. But in order you to see this energy of the divine, you have to be put it in the situations where the only choice is gonna be you to either be on that lower state of yourself, or choose the divine. It has to be created situations, and that's what those situations exist. Okay, because some of it forgot about it. The divine exists, and we have this little finger in there. It's stirring the pot within your life. All right, 9 o'clock. Ascendant is with Pluto. You see, Pluto says, I'm only transforming everything. I have controls over everything. Changes are here, and I'm going in. The moon is gonna be only negative and divine messages. So you are gonna be maybe sitting within your own agitations, with your own anger, with your own things in there. And this is the moment that some of the people is gonna be decide, I'm throwing up the towel and I'm gonna be doing some other things. I quit walking on this road. Wow, the energy is gonna be like, yeah, we saw you're weak. You have to mature a little bit. But for those who mature, who grow, who find that energies of keep on going, knowing what's coming, this is that transformations that it's needed. You see, in order you to get this energies, these situations, these powerful manifestations with the divine, and there, you have to walk with it. You can't receive something if you're weak. But at the same time, if you're too strong and too stubborn within your body, you're not gonna receive them either. And this is why we have Pluto, we have Saturn, we have Neptune. They're all retrograde right now. Okay? But you need these triggers. You need to be put in this negative side so you can see and counterbalance the positiveness from within you with the divine. All right. Another pressure is coming. Talking about 10 o'clock, the moon is going to begin to rising in there. You're going to feeling those energies with Mars. Everything is going to be putting into what you going to be acting on it. How you going to act on it if the shit hits the fan? It's like, okay, it's a shit up planet. Or you're going to like, right? And this is gonna be heavy to control. Yeah, I can get it. I can understand that certain people is gonna be doing this, but overall, if you're following the synchronized and the divine's energies, there will be no issue. You are gonna be like, okay, that's fine. What can I do? Leave it to the divine. They will find a source and a help for you. And you're gonna know. Midheaven is at Capricorn, the divine situations, and comes in because you choose your divine authority with the warrior in you. Bingo. Okay. That is. That's what this is. But it's still the pressures from Neptune and Lilith that it comes in. Oh, it's not balanced. It's not this. It will be balanced as long as you know how to counterbalance the negativity inside it with positive. But it's the same time it's replied. If you're too much within the positive and you get hurt, you need to also understand the negative side to yourself because the balance is the key. The middle road, as Buddha said, it can't be too much spiritual and be in meditations for years and years and be in this ascetic type of mode while you're missing out how to live and enjoy your time on earth as a human, as a soul. And this is the work. You're here to counter situations, counter things, but at the same time, you're here to have this experience as a soul and a body so you can evolve and passing into the next generations. There is so much going on with these guys in there, but be mindful, be thoughtful. If there is a pressure and if you want to send a nasty message or you have a nasty conversations, stop and count for till 10. Is it really worth it to be that angry? Is it really worth it? What is that going to do if I send this nasty message? What is that going to happen? So on, so on. And that's how you mature. That's how you makes you think for a little bit. Is my actions are proper? Is my situations will be proper? And where did you develop this? In your childhood. So if something is wrong today, I really suggest you to go back into the age of 5. Go back there. This is where that thing begins to develop in you. But at the same time, at the age of 5, you can develop the empathy. You can develop this humility. And you can develop this divine connection within you. Okay, guys? That's all I'm asking you. Look inside of you, and you can make a proper choices. And to remind you, the one who walks with the divine always reaches destination. Okay, guys. Be love. Hopefully, this report helps you out, and I will see you later.